In this video, we are looking at the joy of hammer-ons and flick-offs in open position. This is great for both rhythm and lead guitar, and really great for the fills in between chords or little intros, little solos. This is a fantastic technique, more aimed at early intermediate to late intermediate players, but even beginners can have a go at some of this stuff because we can break it down to just being on one string and improving the coordination and strength of your chord playing hand primarily, just focusing really on the chord playing hand. Let's take a look. So this first one we're looking at is a Tommy Emmanuel inspired line, which is from the song Baby's Coming Home. And on string 1, what we do is pick the middle finger. We're going to flick off from the middle finger to the first finger and then flick off again. And it's this combination of pick, flick, flick, which really enables us to build speed. But once you get the knack for it, it's very simple to build that speed. We can really get these cycling licks, but then we're going to move string as well. So that's where it gets more advanced. But the technique, which everyone should be aware of, even if you're not able to do it perfectly yet, is pick, flick off, flick off. So we're only actually picking once per string. What we do then is do the same thing on string 2 and string 3. And then to finish off the line, 0, 1, 2, 3. And then this cool C6 add 9 chord. To begin with, you want to make sure it's really clear on each string on its own. Pick, flick down, pick, flick down, pick, flick down, which I'm doing with the thumb on top, as I've done with all the technical exercises so far. You can do it with the thumb at the back if you find it easier. And then open, 1, 2, with the first finger and middle finger, and then we slide that middle finger and play our C6 chord. That's the Tommy Emmanuel exercise. The second one is from my intermediate course, which if you're needing more help with hammer-ons and flick-offs, that's where we really dig into the detail of this stuff. And this is where we strum a D major chord and go with a hammer-on, open, 2, 4, open, 2, 4, strum the D chord. And then to a G, and go between them. And you can see I'm ending up making this into a riff. I end up making an exercise by giving it a rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So fast, slower. Fantastic for acoustic or electric guitar. It bridges the gap between rhythm and lead playing. As does this final one, which is a bit more influenced by one of my favourite guitarists, Dan Hawkins of The Darkness. The intro, this is inspired by the intro of Love on the Rocks with No Ice, which is a lot more. And for that whole song, even the solo, I was like, all he's doing all the time is just these, it's like the same technique repeated in different places. So one great way we can do that, again, utilize open, 2, and then 4, is by playing this riff, which has a bit more of a systemic approach. The riff sounds like this. So all that's doing is the same thing as plenty of Led Zeppelin songs, plenty of Dan Hawkins inspired playing, but open, 2, 4, from string 6 to 5, finishing on string 3 just as the open. And we play the E chord to establish the key. A major, and then we do the reverse from string 3, fret 4, finishing this time when we get string 6 just on the G like this. So the full thing, 2, 3, 4. Certainly more advanced, but because it's incremental and quite structured and in order, even beginners should be able to pick open, 2, and then 4, and get used to that motion. Really great for strengthening your chord playing hand, but these hammer-ons on flick-offs are the mystery which needs to be unpacked with how to play so much faster without having to pick. I mean, all I'm picking there is not super fast. Really cool, something you should know about. Give those exercises a go, even if it's just the smallest part of it. It's so good for your technique. And let me know how you get on in the Discord as well.